Hi everyone, happy Wednesday. I hope you're okay. We've had a busy day, not surprising, dealing with all your orders from the counter sale last night. By the way, it's still live. I haven't had a chance to switch it off yet. So if you are you've got basically till I get off air now. If you haven't ordered and you still want to, go and check out the counter sale on the website. There's lots and lots of items on there for £8 or under. Okay, so yeah, go and have a little look. There are a few bits left, not a lot, but there are a few bits left. And then don't forget, tomorrow at 9 a.m. the big sale starts. It starts at 9 a.m. tomorrow and goes on till 9 a.m. on Sunday, and that is 15% off everything on the website and in the shop as well. So if you're local and you want to come in, actually, touch the fabrics and stroke them and look at them before you buy them, you can come into the shop tomorrow and Friday and Saturday morning, and you'll get 15% off in the shop as well. But it's across the entire website. There's only a couple of exceptions, things like classes and gift vouchers, things like that. But all products have got 15% off everything. There will be a code which will go up on our social media and everything. Sean, I believe, is doing an e-shot out to everybody with the code as well. But yes, so thanks for joining in last night. It was a real giggle, wasn't it? We had a lovely evening. Sean's actually reminded me as well earlier, just to remind everybody that all these Facebook Lives go onto our YouTube channel. So if you're watching us via YouTube, this was originally a Facebook Live, which obviously is why I'm answering questions and comments and stuff. They get all uploaded to YouTube, so you can watch them. It's easier maybe to find them back if if you've got a project or a pattern you've bought from us. And then you sort of look, you think, oh, I can't quite remember how to do this. You can look on our our YouTube channel and just search on our channel for the name of the pattern, and hopefully there'll be a tutorial there for you. So let's say hello to some people first, shall we? So hi Claire, hi Liz. Oh, hang on, where's my cursor gone? There it is. Hi Jean, hi Natalie, hi Marion. Who else is there? Oh, lots of other people there. Hi Ali, hi Eileen. Hi Claire, hi Leslie, hi Anne. Hello my darlings, hopefully you're all okay. So we're going to do something a little bit simple tonight. It's quite simple, but it's a technique that gets you perfect points, absolutely perfect points, that we looked at a little while ago, probably about 2 years ago, and I thought, well, we've got lots and lots of new people coming in and joining us and all now. So I'm going to revisit the technique, and I thought, what can I make? Well, we're going to Disney in a couple of weeks, 2 weeks today. 2 weeks today, I'm going to be on my way to Disneyland Paris with little man, my little sausage. He's so obsessed with Winnie the Pooh at the moment, absolutely obsessed with Winnie the Pooh, and we're taking him to Disney. So we're only going for a couple of nights, but it'll be his first trip to Disney. He's very excited as well, love him. So I thought, we're going to have a little go at this because it's something that you can use to play games in the car, keep them occupied on journeys, or even if you just, because they're washable and all, even if it's at the table, you just want to keep them quiet while you're finishing your meal and all. It's a little game type thing that I'm doing basically to show you the technique, which you can use for anything. You can use it for putting charm squares together, mini charms, any size squares. And I think we did it originally on a Mondo bag. Again, if you go back onto YouTube, if you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, please do. It helps us. It doesn't cost anything. You just press the subscribe button on YouTube, and tell other people about it too. It was a Mondo bag we did this technique with, but I thought that we could do these little I Spy little game map things as well. So hi Sally, how are you? Hope you got out okay. We did just about get out okay. The van, as far as we know, is still stuck in floodwater. It's not a good situation, but it is what it is. It is what it is. But yes, thank you. Winnie the Pooh has good taste. Winnie the Pooh's my favourite as well. He has got very good taste. All I hear at the minute is Pooh Bear, Pooh Bear. You just Pooh Bear. Yes, I'll put Pooh Bear on for you. And we've got books and stuff, and he's just loving Pooh Bear. Hi Cheryl, hi Helen, hi Carol, hi Jackie, hi Lindy Lou, hi Lorraine. Lots and lots of you coming online. So we're going to crack straight on, okay? So I did this little one just to test it out, make sure it was going to do what I wanted it to do. This I've just done in colours, and I use little 2.5 inch squares. And can you see how perfect those points are? That is nothing to do with my sewing. That is to do with this technique, and this is a really, really good way of getting those points. But I thought I could use this one for like in the car, because he loves his colours, and you could get coloured buttons, and you could make a couple of these, and then you could can you match the orange button with the orange square? Can you match the red button with the red square? Or if you're in the car, you could say to him, right, can you find the black square? Black square. Now can you tell me something black. What's black in the car? What's black outside the car? What's green? Use them as a teaching tool. Okay, so real simple little coloured ones. You could make little coloured discs, or little squares, and you could play like pairs or matching up and all with them. But the other thing I'm going to do is we're going to do one like an I Spy quilt. I've gone through my stash bucket and pulled out lots of different animals. So I've got little dogs, there's a little lion on a whale, there's little dinosaurs. You can make these any size, any shape. I wanted to show you this technique using the interfacing. There's a tortoise. He loves his goldfish in his little pond that we built him. So there's fish there. He's obsessed with frogs. So as a frog, there's a little crab. I just went through my scrap bucket and fussy cut where I could a little owl. There's some elephants. I've got a panda, cats, and there's another little elephant. Okay, so I thought I'd talk about fussy cutting first, guys. Okay, so just so if those of you who maybe don't know what I mean by that, because we've got lots of new people and all with us. So this is a little scrap that I had in my bucket, but I've got one here that's got little sheep on it as well. Fussy cutting basically is trying to get a whole shape within the little square that you want it to be in. Okay, so say I was to do this little actually let's do the carrot, because he loves carrots. I mean, it's not an animal, but oh no, because I've cut into that, so that's no good. No, let's do the flower. We'll do the flower. So I'm making all of these squares. So these ones were 2.5 because I had little tiny scraps, so I made 2.5 ones. But these, I've cut it 3. So this one's going to be slightly bigger. But again, it's something that you can then talk to them about, play games with and stuff. You could cut, if you've got 2 elephants, you could put one on the board, and then the other one you could just use put onto some interfacing or a bit of wadding, bag it out, or just pinkish around it, and then you can play pairs and matching and stuff with it. So I'm doing 3-inch squares. So what basically I'm looking at is the 3-inch and the 3-inch line, and half of 3 is 1.5. So I want the 1.5 and 1.5 bit, and that's just there, right in the middle. So I want to put that across the middle of the 3-inch square, in the middle of the piece that I'm looking at. Okay, so I want that little what's the word, like sunflower thing, isn't it? Hi Patricia, how are you, lovely? So I'm going to cut up and across. Now, fussy cutting can be a bit wasteful, but at the same point, these were all out my scrap bucket. You could find fabrics that have got numbers on. You could find fabrics that have all transport or something. Cars and tractors and fire engines, all that type of thing, buses and stuff. Fabric that it's got letters and things on. You could do different letters and things. Or it's basically a little learning tool. So by cutting that 3-inch square, by using the 1.5, that's nice and central now. Okay. The next thing you want to do is so because I've got 12 animals, I'm going to lay it out in 4 rows of 3. Okay. So, and these are 3 inches square. So if I'm going to have a row of 3, so if I put 3 along like that, that's going to be 9 inches across, because you're going to go with unfinished size at the moment. Okay, and then 4 rows down would be 12, wouldn't they? So I want a piece of interfacing, fusible interfacing, that is whatever size your little panel is. Okay, if you could use this method with the mini charms. If you bought mini charms in the counter sale, you could use this method for mini charms, and then you could use this, do bigger pieces, sort of 4x4. Use this method for then using in quilts, or project wallets, or bags, or anything. Okay, it's just a really lovely way of getting perfect points. And like I said, we have done it before. So I've cut a piece of interfacing, fusible interfacing. I've got a heavy weight, but a medium weight works just as well. I wouldn't use lightweight. Lightweight is too flimsy for this. So medium to heavyweight, okay? And you want, I want the glue side, which is the shiny side, to be face up. And then all I'm going to do to start with is I'm going to lay out my squares in whatever order I want them to be. So we're going to play around a little bit. So I'm going to have my dinosaurs up there, and then I'm going to have a panda. And I'm just lining them up, and I want them to be touching, not overlapping. Okay, so we're going to lay these out. Let's have a frog there, and then we'll have the fish up there like that. Okay, let's have little whale in the centre for Jonah and his whale. There. Let's have the owl this side like that. And can you see I'm just lining them on so that, in fact, actually, quick thing to do before this. Hi Lynn, how are you? Lovely. Put it onto your ironing board or your mat or whatever you're using before you start doing this, because it's much easier to than trying to move it once you've laid them all out. Can you see I'm just sort of like butting them up together like that. Let's have the elephants there. We're going to have the pussycats there, like that. What else have I got left? Let's have the dog down there. And then we'll have the elephant there. And like, I know I've got 2 elephants, but you could say to them, can you find the, the blue elephant, or can you find the grey elephant? Can you find the elephant with the baby? Because this one's got a little baby elephant. There's lots of games there that you can, observation type games that you can play around with them. Okay, and then I'm going to put the tortoise there. Okay, like that. And then what we're going to do, so you can see they're all just butted up, we're going to just gently press them into place. Okay, and you don't want to do any ironing with this because they'll move. And I'm just going to give it, obviously you're going to sort of count to 1, 2, 3 type thing. 1, 2, 3. Just fuse them just slightly in place. Oh, careful. See, that was my own fault, wasn't it? Because I ironed instead of pressed, like that. And when you've kind of got them vaguely stuck, flip it over and then give it a really... Oh, now see, that one wasn't stuck. Didn't hold that one long enough down here, did I? There we go. You could do them, if you're making them for older kids, you could do much bigger ones. You could do like 5 by 5 and give them lots of things to look at. I've done relatively small little ones for ease in the car that he can hold on to, and we can talk about, can you find the red dinosaur? Can you find the green dinosaur? Where's the frog? Where's the lion? All that type of thing. Just, something a bit of nonsense, but it's more about this technique. This technique is amazing for getting perfect points, and can be used for so many projects, bags, all sorts. If you were doing maybe a quilted jacket, you could do this. Use a medium interfacing. So as you can see, I'm just giving it a really, really good press now to really get all that glue activated and get them well stuck down. Okay, so really, really, give them a good press. And I can kind of iron more now because they're not going to move because they're the right way around. There we go, like that. All right, so all stuck down like that, okay? But you could use, you can make lots of these, lots of different blocks out of all of your scraps, and then join them together with sashing to make a quilt if you wanted to, which would be really cute as well, wouldn't it? So they don't have to be kept small. I'm doing small because I've got a plan. So what we're going to do, right, actually no, I was going to go straight over to the sewing machine, but I'm not. What we're going to do now is I'm going to fold them across the horizontals. So I'm going to fold it over like that and just give that a gentle press. And then I'm going to fold it over down on the next row like that. Have any of you guys done this method before? Have any of you done this one? I know we definitely did it with the Mondo bag that we did, two years ago or so now. There we go. So all I've done is just pressed through those horizontal lines, okay? So it's nice and crisp. We're going to take it over to the machine. And what we're going to do is we're going to stitch down 1/4 of an inch on each of those rows, okay? So we're going to go over. Hi Margaret, how are you? Hi Lynn. Hi Melba. Evening. Hi Dawn as well. Hello my darlings. How are you all? You love this idea. Oh yeah, it's a lovely idea for quilts. I mean, brilliant way of using up small pieces of quilts. It doesn't have to be I Spy type. Oh, hang on. Oh, I'm there. It's all right. I thought the camera had frozen for a second. It doesn't have to be I Spy fabrics. It could be any, you know, mini charms would work beautifully and do lots and lots of, you know, lots and lots of blocks and then put them together. You know, use up your scraps, cut any sizes from your scraps. So what I'm doing is I'm butting up this folded edge against the foot of the what's the word? The 1/4 inch foot, the guide of the 1/4 inch foot. Cheryl, you've done something like this using Quilter's Grid. Yes, you can. You can actually buy Quilter's Grid interfacing, can't you? Which works like this as well. And you've done it. It's a great way of putting squares together. It really is lovely. It really is. I love if you're just putting simple squares together, whether it's mini charms or even layer cakes. This is a great one. It looks like your, you know, sewing is like super, super, super brilliant and your points are always perfect. And we all know that never happens. There you go. You've got some Quilter's Grid but not used it yet. Well, this is exactly how you use it now. And then what I'm doing is going over to the next horizontal line and just stitching through that one. And it's very quick to do as well because you haven't got to worry about pins or anything like that. You know, it's really nice. You've done it using the Quilter's Grid to make a lap quilt. Yeah, Jackie, it's, yeah, I mean, this is just an unprinted Visaline interfacing, but you can buy the Quilter's Grid one, which works brilliantly. But to be honest, it works without the, you can use just normal interfacing. It works brilliantly. And it's a lot cheaper than Quilter's Grid. I mean, Quilter's Grid is brilliant, fab product, but this is just as quick and easy. There we go. Down that one like that. And then I'm going to come back over here. Okay, so you've got something that looks a little bit like that now. It's a little bit like a concertina. Okay, like that. What I'm going to do now is you need a pair of sharp scissors or skinny scissors. I'm going to insert my scissors into that folded edge there. So there's my 1/4 inch and I've got the folded edge. And I'm just going to cut up that seam, okay? And if you've got a smaller pair of scissors, which I stupidly left in the other room, it actually works easier. We've got little sharp ones, but I'm going to have to struggle with these because I've left, oh, hang on, oh, there we go. I've got another pair here. These will work. Let me grab these. There we go. Little scissors. I was looking for one because I've got some little, like really sharp little embroidery scissors, which work really well. These will work fine. So I'm just cutting through that interfacing basically. And I'm going to cut through all the horizontal lines that we've sewn. Oh, I'm very excited. Now it's getting a bit close. I'm very excited about taking little man to Disney. I've got pictures of all of my kids on Small World about the same age, that 2.5, 3 age. And that the same picture, you would sometimes, in fact, you can't tell which child is which because they all look so similar at that age. All the kids did. And so I can't wait to take him on Small World and see his little face just be like, oh my God. But he's so excited about it. I hope we get to see Winnie the Pooh for him because he's very, very excited about Winnie the Pooh at the minute. He was all about cars when he was little, but now it's all Winnie the Pooh. So, and I'm going to open these up and I'm going to press them open. And I know we don't normally do that with quilting, but I think it works better with this technique. Okay, you can absolutely press them to one side if you want, but personally, for this technique, I like to press them open. It just seems to lie better when you do. So we're going to do that like that. There we go. And then open this last one as well. So how many of you indulged in the counter sale? I know quite a lot of you did. I'm recognising some names that I've written out today, frankly. Oh, hang on. Let me just fold that one over. Oh, there we go. I've written some of your names out today. So yeah, it's so great that you guys still are supporting us, still listening to our nonsense and joining in. It was a lovely, lovely evening. Right, what we're going to do now is so that was the horizontal lines we've done. Now we're going to do the verticals. Okay, so I'm going to do exactly the same. So I'm going to fold that one over and I'm going to press it in like that. while I've got you here, actually, you did. Yes, you did. I know you did, Jean. And I know you did, Leslie, as well. I remember seeing your names. While I've got you guys here, and I'm just doing this bit of pressing, I'm just putting together the classes for next year, classes that we're going to be running. Is there anything there you think, oh, I really, really would love to do that? Sarah's definitely going to be doing a Marinus Compass. So what I'm going to, right, I'll just go back over to the machine and I'll talk as I'm sewing. What I'm going to do is stitch down that long vertical, all the way down that one, and then all the way down that one. Okay. So Sarah's going to we're going to be running another Tough It class because we just can't, you guys can't get enough of them, frankly. We've got so many people waiting for them. So we will be doing another Tough It class. Sarah will be doing a Marinus Compass. Sorry, I'm just going to blow my nose again. Sorry, the dog is molting. It's making everything crazy at the minute. Things like I've jumped into your basket. Yes, they did get in your basket, didn't they, lovely? Sarah will be doing a Marinus Compass. I've got a couple of ideas for some classes as well, but we've got dates there. And it's you guys, that come along and join us on the classes. Is there anything you think, oh, I wish they'd do a class on that, because I could absolutely come for that. Let us know, even if it's not now, but you think over the next couple of days, oh, that would be a class, I'd like to do that, or, something. Drop us a message, because our classes are for you guys, and there's no point me putting things on if you guys aren't interested. So it's always worth us trying to do. We will hopefully be getting Pars rulers to come and do a session with us. There'll be like morning and afternoon sessions for the Pars rulers are the automatic, the rulers you free motion on your machines. So I've got to contact her next week, and we're going to try and get a date in for that. But yeah, classes that you'd like me and Sarah to do. Is there anything there you think, oh, I want to do that? So I think we've obviously got the stained glass class on Saturday. There are some spaces left if anybody wants to join last minute on that. Let me know. I think there's 2 spaces because we've had a couple of people not able to come. So we've got 2 spaces left on the circular Bargello, which is in November 18th. And we've got a few spaces left in the January class as well. There's a class on it's the 21st and 22nd, I believe. The 21st is a sampler quilt, basically. We're going to be doing 6 brand new blocks and perfect for beginners as well as more advanced, if you're just found us and you're new to quilting, that would be perfect. And on the second day, I'm going to be doing some different Manx styles. So the Manx style, but different shapes. I've been really playing around with the shapes and everything, and I've got a whole new thing to show you with Manx. So those classes are already set in January. Right, so I've just snipped up the vertical just like I did the horizontals, and I'm just now pressing them out again. So I'm opening them up and pressing them to make them nice, and then I can do the big reveal on the other side and show you how, hopefully, how well the points have last. What about a folded star cushion cover? Yeah, I mean, we have done that a lot, Anne. Would other people still want a folded star? I'd happy to do that. You live too far away to come to your classes. Carol, my darling, you do not live too far away. We have ladies. You ask Jean. Jean lives in Scotland, and she came down to the classes because they're always on a weekend, and we don't do them all the time. We do like one every 6 weeks or so. Treat yourself to a little weekend away. Treat yourself to a little weekend away. We can help. We can point you in the right direction of accommodation and stuff. So you could come down the night before maybe, and treat yourself to a little weekend away. Come and visit us. We Sarah Parker and Carolyn Davis. I mean, Sarah's in Exeter, Exmouth way. Carolyn's in Telford. We have ladies come from all over, my darling. So, right, I'm going to hold this up close to the camera now. So, I've ironed it out both ways. But can you see how absolutely spot on, even though they weren't particularly ironed well, spot on those points are. They look like you are an absolute expert at points, and you're really not. You're really not. Hi Karen, how are you? What about intro to dressmaking? Sarah and I are not dressmakers. Sarah dabbles a little bit, but it's not something that I am able to teach. I'm really, really not. It's, you know, I've played around myself, and I've done, you know, we've done a pajama class before and stuff. But maybe I'll try and persuade my mum to come. My mum was supposed to be doing one just before, when we went into lockdown, when we went into COVID. We had a class booked and she was going to come and teach it. So maybe I need to persuade her to do one. She's just very shy though, my mum. She doesn't, nothing like me. And she gets a bit like, she's an amazing dressmaker, but she gets a bit, about teaching people, you know, being people with people she doesn't know. So I'm using a bit of birdie batting because I've got this little scrap bit, you know, I've got lots of little scrap bits left. But you could now put this, you know, if you were making this into cushion cover, you know, or reading cushion. If this was like the pocket, can you imagine if that, you know, ignore that they're upside down, you know, a pocket on a reading cushion, you could just put your lining or something on it. You should just do the knickers. We could do the knicker class. You can make a pair of knickers out of fat quarter. Jean, when you go down, hubby comes with me from Govan and you stop at different places. Yeah. So a mix of Trapento and embroidery quilts. Oh, I'd probably have to get somebody in to do that one for us, love. That's not, I've played around with Trapento, but, excuse me. I'm going to sneeze again, sorry. Oh dear. I played around a little bit with Trapento, but we could always see about getting some other teachers in as well. But I'll look back on your comments in a minute, okay? So I'm just going to bag this one out, okay? Because this is just for, you know, taking in the car and, you know, occupying him for 10 minutes. So I want a piece that's just about the same size. So I'm going to put that right sides together, and we're going to just cut it out in line with the edge of the square, like that. And this is, again, a great way of using up those little dodgy bits of, what's the word, you know, wadding and all you've got. It doesn't have to be the birdie batting. It could just be a piece of wadding and a backing, you know, backing fabric. I'm just using the birdie batting for, because it's brilliant. And I haven't got to put a backing on it. And it's nice and soft and cosy. Right, ignore me cutting towards myself. I really shouldn't be. No, I'm going to move it. I'm going to be a good girl. I'm going to be a good girl. There we go. And then just lining up, got my horizontal line there. Make sure that's all nice and lined up like that. Cut down that side. So I'm just cutting out a piece of this, you know, wadding, which is the same size of whatever size panel you choose to make. Like I said, if you're making these into project wallets or cushions or blocks, you wouldn't necessarily do this step. But, sorry, 2 seconds, I've got to blow my nose. Sorry, my darlings. It would be a miracle if you could make a pair of knickers out with fat quarter for your size, Ria. I think it was up to about size. I think the pattern that we did was up to a size. Hang on, I'm coming back a minute. I think the pattern went up to a size 14, and it needed a fat quarter. And you know, I mean, they weren't like up to your belly button, you know, briefs. They were like, you know, ones, little pants. But you could get them out of a fat quarter. I mean, I'd need, you know, my bottom, I'd need half a metre at least of 108 inch wide. But anyway, right, so I've got this right sides together. Oh, that's the flannel bit. Okay, ooh, there we go, like that. So I've got the flannel, the wadding. So if you were using backing fabric, you'd put your panel onto your backing fabric and then the whole thing onto your wadding. All right. I'm going to pop a couple of pins in just to hold it all in place. Like that. And then we're going to stitch all the way around, but leave a gap for turning. Pop a pin in there. Can't find where my big pins have gone. I think they were 16 even. I think they were as well, lovely. Yeah. They were a decent size, Sean, weren't they? Right, okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to stitch all the way around, but I'm going to leave a gap on one side to turn through, okay? You finished your Christmas fabric tuffet. It's gorge, lush. Your fabric arrived at Manx Square, if anybody wants some of the blue. Lovely, thank you, darling. If anybody's still looking for any of the blue fabric, go onto that post that I put into Gigglers and just request some, okay? So there we go, all the way down like that. Again, I'm just doing a 1/4 inch all the way around. There we go. pivoting round. Oh, hang on. There we go. I forgot I didn't raise the presser foot. Here we go. All the way down this side. So this is just like, I'm just going to bag this one out basically. You can do this if you don't have to bind stuff. You can absolutely do this method. The other thing we wondered whether people might like is basically a sit and sew day as well. I know that's more for people who are local, but maybe you've got a pattern you've always wanted to try, or you've got a project that you've started and now you're stuck on. We thought about maybe just setting a day where you can come and sew basically whatever you want, but Sarah and I will be there on hand to help you with the pattern. Or maybe there's, you've bought a kit and it's a technique that you didn't necessarily want. Maybe you just want to do some social sewing. Maybe you just fancy coming along and sewing with a group. So we might do a sit and sew day as well, or a couple of them through the year, where you can just come and sit and chatter away with other gigglers. Right, so I'm going to leave a decentish gap. What's that, about a 3.5 inch gap? I'm just going to reinforce that one by going backwards so that the seam doesn't come undone. So yeah, if you fancy one of those, then, let us know. Let us know what you might like. Obviously, we will carry on doing the 1 o'clocks while you guys are still interested in them. But sometimes it's nice to come and sew with us, isn't it? I'm going to clip the corners. So I'm just going to go like that and clip off that corner, making sure not to clip the stitches. And there we go, like that. And then you're going to turn it through. So I'm going to turn it through that gap. Before I do, I'm just going to iron this back. Okay, where's that? There it is there. So I'm just going to press that. So there's the gap there. But just to make it nice and much neater, if you just press that first, let me just pop the iron on it quickly. Press that fabric back in line with the seam. You see what I mean? So I've just pressed that. So there's my gap, but I've just pressed that top fabric in line with the seam. When we pull it through and then do our top stitching, it's a lot neater. So we pull it all through like this. Oh, the house is so quiet with the older boys not here. So, and Phil being in London, it's so quiet at the moment. Although they are having an amazing time in Canada. Josh and Alex are having an amazing time in Canada. They've been to Niagara Falls. They've seen all sorts. They're travelling cross country. They have an amazing time. They have got a lot of snow. Apparently, it's a particularly cold snap in Canada at the moment, which is typical. Alex won't like that because Alex doesn't like the cold. Josh loves the cold, but Alex won't. So I'm just using my trusty plastic knitting needle to push out those corners. Let's get that one out here. Where is it? There it is. There. Okay. Oh. I mean, you could do like a noughts and crosses thing and all like this as well, couldn't you? All sorts of things you could do. I just thought they'd be fun, like little learning toys and all for babies. Push that corner out there gently. And then the last one here. There we go. Okay, and now we're going to give it a really good press. Really good press. So let's get that out like that. Just roll in that seam. Give this a really good press. Oh, I'm going to put a little bit of starch on it actually. Just to make sure it irons nicely. There we go, like that. Oh, come on, like that one. Do you fancy like a soft toy type one, like making a memory bear or something like that? Sarah's written toy patterns and everything. So, anyway, if you think of anything, give us a shout, okay? Because like I said, I will be putting all the classes together over the next couple of weeks, right? So I'm just tucking all that back in. One of the reasons we ironed that is that it's all now nice and neat. I'm going to pop a clip on to hold it in place, and then we're just going to top stitch around. So it's a really simple little instruct. We can now play I Spy. I Spy, is that right? it's not really I Spy because he's not going to see a panda out the car window, but oh, I'm sorry, my nose is suddenly gone the last 2 minutes. I'm becoming very, very snuffly now. I'm going to top stitch all the way round now, okay, and that'll seal up that gap as well. But yeah, you could almost make lots of these and do it like a bingo, you know, like where or make, you know, if you can do like 2 owls, make an extra little counter which you can then cover and stuff and things. So, but we'll top stitch away. Claire, yes I would. What's that, lovely? Yes I would. Is that yes I would to a sit and sew type day? Sorry, I looked at your comment. I can't remember what I was saying when you said that. But he will see a dinosaur. Absolutely, he'll see a dinosaur. I mean, in his little brain, he'll definitely see a dinosaur. But, yeah, I mean, it's not I Spy in the traditional sense, as in, you know, things he'll see out in the wild, but more about, you know, talking them through. And like I said, this was just a little project to show you the technique. Oh, the memory bear. Oh, right, okay, yeah, we could maybe do a memory bear. That might be a really nice idea, actually. We might add that one into the list. You know, this was about showing you the technique with the interfacing, really. And it's like, what can I make as a really, you know, quick little thing with squares. I think these have got a real possibility for kids, these ones. You've got lots and lots of things. The other thing I'm doing, sorry, I don't know if I forgot to say, is when I get to the corner, I'm taking just a couple of stitches diagonally across the corner. It just gives it, so instead of going straight up and then pivoting round, I'm going straight up and taking just like 1 or 2 and then coming round. It just gives it a slightly nicer, more professional edge. There we go, all the way down that one. All the way down, nearly there. And then again, just, I forgot to reset the height on my foot. Normally it lifts quite high, but I was doing something and I didn't want it to, so I set it low, and now it's a bit too low to get round with the thickness of the wadding. There we go. Oh, I think I've just sewn right through the tortoise's head. Couple of little stitches there. There we go. You'd love to do a memory bear. Oh, right, okay, that might be a good plan then. Let's maybe do a, because even if it's not a memory bear, if we do the bear, you could use, you know, fabrics that are, you know, important to you as a memory bear. But if you don't necessarily want to do a memory bear as such, you could still just come along and do the bear. We could do the variations of it as well. There's lots of variations you can do with the same pattern. So there we go. Let's just trim those off there like that. Get rid of those bits. You could, if you wanted to, stitch down as well, but there's no need with something that is little like this. But I just thought they're cute little things to keep the kids happy in the car. You know, right? Where is, you know, maybe give them you know, for older kids, you could maybe even give them maybe not sharp things in the car. I was thinking, you know, like little enamel badges, and you could get them, but you know, you could use counters or big buttons or pom-poms or something like that, something they can just mark it off. You know, you could almost do a snakes and ladders like board game type thing with this as well. You know, lots and lots of possibilities. It was more about showing you the technique of using that interfacing with squares, and you know how brilliant your points look when you do it. It's a really great way of lots and lots of uses. Check out the Mondo bag on YouTube. That's a really lovely one, and uses this method. Sorry, got to blow my nose again. Oh, I think it's because the dog's molting and she sleeps in this room when I'm not in it. And the minute I came in here earlier, I was like, oh yeah, there goes my nose. Right, sorry about that, my darlings. Delightfully sniffly tonight, but yeah, just little silly things to have a go with that technique. Okay, and I'm going to chuck these in little man's bag in the car, and we can at least keep him occupied for at least 30 seconds, telling me the colours and telling me the different things that I found on here. Okay, but yeah, it's amazing for getting your points It's absolutely amazing, and you can do other shapes as well. You can do like triangles as well. You can lay out your triangles and go down like the diagonals one way and then the diagonals the other. You can you've made something similar. My granddaughter likes to make stories about the different characters. Oh, lush! She's nearly 4. Yeah, that's a gorgeous idea. Yeah, you know, why is the is the elephant, you know, the elephant, is the lion crossed with the, why is he not talking to the owl? You know, where's the crab? Where's the crab? Be careful, the pincers. He's going to get the little frog with his pincers. You can play games and all, can't you, with them? Absolutely, get them to tell stories and things. So, nice little things for teachers if you run nurseries, or you in preschools and stuff, things like that. Okay, so that's it for me tonight, my darlings. Sarah will be back tomorrow with, I was going to say hunters. It's not hunters. A Hungarian blog, something like that, yeah. And then I will definitely be back next week on Tuesday and Wednesday evening. I don't know if I can do Thursday because Sarah's off for a couple of days next week, so I don't know if I'll be able to do Thursday. It might be that I do them all in the evening. I can definitely do Tuesday at 1 o'clock, but I might do Wednesday and Thursday evening because depends on how, with the shopping all, because Sarah's off. So but I will see you next Tuesday. You've got about 4 minutes before I get to my laptop, and I'm going to turn the counter sale off. Don't forget that the 15% starts at 9 a.m. tomorrow. Okay, so yeah, cool. See you real soon. Take care. Bye.